Cardiovascular disease is the #1 killer in the world. Well, researchers did a 2-year study on 50-year-olds that showed that they can reduce the age of your heart by at least 20 years. Here's how they did it. So they did a 2-year study with 53 participants. Group 1 received 2 years of supervised vigorous exercise, while Group 2 did a combination of yoga and other types of passive exercises. Here's the workout that Group 1 did. They did 1 to 2 workouts of moderate types of cardio, or what can be otherwise known as Zone 2 cardio. They did 1 to 2 weekly sessions of strength training. They did 1 type of fun activity, which was either playing a sport or playing tennis or going dancing. And they did 1 30-minute HIIT session a week. And this was a very specific HIIT session that was called the 4x4 protocol. And the 4x4 protocol is basically doing 4 minutes of high intensity exercise followed by 3 minutes of rest, and doing this 4 times. And here were the results. At the end of the study, Group 1 showed an 18% improvement in their VO2 max and a 25% improvement in the left ventricular muscle of the heart. Now, something to note is that these participants were sedentary, but they were healthy. And also, they didn't just have them doing the 4x4 protocol right off the bat. They actually waited about 10 months until they built up a base of endurance, fitness, and cardio until they applied the HIIT training. And there's a very specific reason for that, because if there's anything that you know about the 4x4 training protocol, it's intense. And it's not something that you should be doing on a whim, especially if you've been inactive for a very long period of time. It is something that you want to work up to. Now, the researchers also stated that this type of protocol should be done at the very least by 65 years old, when the heart still has some elasticity and an ability to remodel itself. Now, something that you have to understand is that the heart stiffens as we age. Our blood vessels and heart tissues naturally lose their elasticity due to the accumulation of collagen and cross-linking proteins. While this leads to stiffness, it also makes the heart less efficient at pumping blood. Additionally, things like smoking, having an unhealthy diet, or eating hyper-processed foods as part of your diet, and other sedentary-like behaviors all contribute to a stiffening heart. And this is a quote by senior author Dr. Benjamin Levine. He said that this dose of exercise has become my prescription for life. I think people should be able to do this as part of their personal hygiene, just like brushing your teeth or taking a shower. If I were to simplify this, basically what they're saying is to live an active life. Now, cardio has an incredible impact on your longevity because of its effect on your VO2 max, which has been correlated with living a longer life. But also, let's not forget about the fact that these participants also lifted weights. The thing that we know about weights is the fact that it keeps you functional as you age. I like to say that cardio is for living a longer life, while weights are for living a better life. And it doesn't mean that you should be doing one or the other. Actually, both of them feed each other in quite beneficial ways. So whenever you're working out and you're doing cardio on top of that, your cardio is going to help you pump blood more efficiently to your muscles. It's going to make the process of lifting weights easier. And when you're lifting weights and then you're doing cardio, the process of strengthening your muscles is going to make running easier. You're not going to be burning out due to muscular fatigue. It's most likely going to be due to how much capacity you have to take in oxygen, or your lung capacity in general. And if there's any kind of big takeaway that you should get from this particular video, it's the fact that you can remodel your heart almost at any age. Now, they say that the cutoff for that is going to be at 70 years old, but then we have guys like Richard Morgan, who was sedentary before, who just started to row at, I think it was 72 years old, who started to increase his VO2 max and improve his overall health. Now, while I say it's not too late to start, I'm going to say the earlier that you start, the better it's going to be. Now, while I mentioned the 4x4 Norwegian method, I actually do have a favorite type of high intensity type of cardio that I like to do, and it is sprinting. And I did a video on it that you can access over here, where I talk all about how to do sprinting, the pros and cons of it, and the benefits that you are going to get by doing at least one high intensity sprinting session a week. And you can check it out over here.